Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Client Spotlight series. Here today, I am so excited to share with you the journey of one of my incredible clients, Megha. She has been an absolute joy to work with for over the past several months. And I am going to hand over to Megha quickly now just to introduce herself and what she does, her business.
Thanks so much, Helena. So my name is Megha. I run a company called Be Inc. Asia. I call it my tagline, which is not my official tagline. I call it the bridge to your dreams because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help entrepreneurs achieve their business dreams. I actually have two broad areas of services. So I do work with SMEs as well as MNCs as a consultant, where I plug into their teams and help them build, accomplish big projects, do community building, lead generation, activities along those lines. And then I have a whole bunch of offerings for startups, and those are around strategic advisory services, mindset shifting work, execution planning, productivity. For example, how to optimize your time so that you get the most out of your day and your week. And yeah, I'm so excited to be chatting with Helena and doing this series with her.
So, firstly, amazing and beautiful. And I've been on this journey of you launching the business, growing the business. So tell everyone what was going on for you and why you reached out for coaching. So what was happening before we started working together, and why did you look at coaching as the solution?
So the thing is, this is about 6 months ago. So March, I think August is sometime when I think I connected with Helena. The feeling was there from much before, where I felt like I work with amazing clients, whether big, whatever the size. I work with amazing clients, amazing companies, but I kept feeling that I should be doing more. I'm not maximizing my potential. I have lost my voice. I don't have a vision for myself, for my company. It's great to help other people achieve their vision, but I just felt that I'm getting lost somewhere in that. And that was the feeling that I was carrying inside me long before, like at the start of the year, long before I met Helena as well. And I think when I met Helena, it was just something which luckily I also do a lot of spiritual work. I do Kundalini yoga, meditation, and all of that. Luckily, when I met Helena and the words she said, the things she was speaking about, and for me, it was like the subconscious success, because my feeling was also that there is something internally that is blocking me from going to the next level. And when she talked about moving from that scarcity mindset to that abundance mindset, these things were like, yeah, that's it. That's what was happening to me. And so I had this instinct to go for it. Yeah, this is what I need right now. And when I did the discovery call with her, I immediately said yes. I took the maximum container possible. And I've shared this with Helena that at that point, I wasn't sure if I can afford this investment, but I was like, I'm going to figure that bit out. But this is important for me. I'm going to make that commitment. That's where I was.
Thank you for sharing all of that. There is so many gems in there. And just to see, so when I met Megha, first of all, she was working for people within their businesses, but she knew that on her own, there was something more that she should be doing. She knew that she had a message to bring, that she had gifts to share, that she had a purpose which was centered solely around her and what she could offer. And so our work has really been streamlining that and helping her, because the answers are all in Megha. So just helping her uncover all of these gifts which she is here to share with everybody here. So let me ask you this question, Megha. What did you notice? What have been the biggest shifts for you since finishing our container?
So, and I was just talking about this with someone else and telling them this is the question where me as a person who's very articulate, it's not because I didn't get a lot, which I did. It's like I'm still integrating all that I received. But the things that I said, what I was looking for, I feel like I have definitely gotten those two main things where I am now in an abundance a frame of mind, which, and my circumstances have not changed supremely. It's not like I've suddenly become a millionaire. No, it's the mindset shift where instead of seeing what I'm lacking, I'm actually seeing all the resources that I have, and it's plentiful. So it's that mindset shift. It's also like now, and I've spoken to Helena about this. This is a journey. So I'm very clearly on the path of knowing what my voice is, what my vision is. Like those pieces are so clear to me now. And then there are other things that I've done. It's the work, like not just around money or like my big vision, but sessions that we did, the hypnotherapy sessions about releasing past baggage or releasing ancestral trauma. Like those sessions, so that's where I know I dropped big things. I dropped a lot of baggage there. I can feel it because I feel lighter. My relationships have improved. And I know there's more to be done there, but that I feel was so instrumental as well. But again, it's as a person who's very like logical, analytical, and can tell you like 10 points. Here, it's like very hard for me to pinpoint exactly, but I know huge shifts have happened.
Yes. Yeah. So the things which I've noticed tangibly have been that you have got this clarity around the message that you are bringing, this website and the tangible products which you're creating, the amazing retreat which you're launching, a book which you started working on and through, and this finding the courage and belief within yourself to really step into a place where you can own all of these things. And what I notice as well is you being in this new place is attracting a whole raft of support and people that really are showing you that what you're doing is really attractive. They're being magnetized to you because you've become more magnetic. And this is what happens when we step in, when we own our power and we own our gifts. We become more magnetic. We become more of a beacon. And so people start flocking around that because they're so interested in what we do and in supporting us and in being a part of what we're creating. So just watching you on this journey of self-belief has been so beautiful to witness. So I had to ask you the question, and I know you said, oh, it's difficult. Some of the things feel a bit intangible, which they do when we're doing lots of this heavy shifting and this letting go and this working with the subconscious and this rewiring. But if I asked you the question, what are the 3 key things that you took away from our coaching? What would they be?
So definitely clarity of vision and purpose. And again, by that, what I mean is that, and because I don't want to give the false impression that this is a quick fix, that in 6 months, all your problems, all your issues will be sorted. That's not what this is. And people should also know that's why I'm carrying on and with the program and doing more sessions with you, because I've received a lot of value, but I feel that for me, I need to do more work. And that's why I'll continue my journey with you. But yes, clarity of vision, clarity of purpose, voice, abundance mindset, like I would say, though, that's so key for me. If I had to put it down to those 3 things. But what I want to also highlight, which I wanted to say earlier, was that, why I think you have worked as a coach for me, like you're my first ever coach. And why you have worked for me is that you are so good at the business stuff as well, because you looked at my website, you gave me great advice on what's missing, what I need to add to make it like complete, what people are looking for. So you have that business mind as well. But then also you use all these spiritual tools, some which are more esoteric, which I love because I am that person, because I'm a business person, but I'm also spiritual, into meditation and yoga and hypnotherapy, but more esoteric practices as well. Like I love all of that. Yeah. So you were like the best coach that I could have, because your inputs were going to all the different facets of me. It wasn't like just my business side or just my spiritual side. It was like totally complete.
Yes. And that's such a beautiful point to note, because often people feel that if they're working in the self-help personal development space, that actually the business side of things can fall away. Because you're focused on other people's well-being, and that should be the priority. And it's also really important for all of us to rise up and own our worth, because when we do that, we can contribute so much more. And it's this mind frame around stepping into our earning capability and our power when it comes to money and our products and our worth and how much we can charge for them, so that we can give back more, so that we can contribute more, because it's never honestly really about the money.
Yeah. No, and at the same time, like material success is, at least for me, I feel it's so important. And like, I'll be very clear, like all the spiritual and the ancestral and all of that work is amazing. But what I told Helena is that, Helena, now I want to 10x my income. I'm dreaming really big. I have the biggest dreams. The world really is my oyster now, and I want to reach that level. So I was very clear with her that I'm coming to you because I want to do extremely well in my business.
Oh my gosh. And I'm meeting you right there, because that is beautiful. And it doesn't mean that when you come to coaching, you have to have the vision to 10x your income. But if you do, just managing to grow your vision to that place, because what I hear in you is the potential and the possibility that is coming, which you didn't have at the beginning of our work. So you really be owning more and more this place where this is available. This isn't just available, this is coming. This is coming. That is just so beautiful. And it's just been so beautiful to witness. So I want to thank you for joining me for allowing me to support you on this journey. And I know we're going to be continuing our work together. So I know you've shared a little bit about why I was the best coach for you, because I've got this mix of business and spiritual and tools. What would you say to somebody that is sitting on the fence and is, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is going to work for me. I don't know if I can invest this much in myself. Because this is very common for many people to have these kind of thoughts when they're thinking about coaching.
I'm a person who doesn't really have a lot of regrets in life. But if I would say one thing I regret or I feel like I should have done earlier is to do the coaching earlier. So, and you will, if you speak to any successful person, and however you define success, whichever area they're in, or since we're talking about business, the business world, even corporate leaders, they all have coaches, they have therapists, they have people helping them. So I think it's very important to have that kind of support for you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you're anyway like trying to do this big thing on your own. So if you're sitting on the fence seat, I think like my advice is everybody should go for it. And then the tactics of how to make it work for you vary. And the thing is, if you have, I feel this, I met Helena because I was really at a place when I was ready to make that investment. And we have so many, and like this is one of the things that I want to work on and offer as a service is like the whole money mindset and shifting your money stories. It's like we actually have, if you do an analysis, we have that money, or we can shift that money around from what we are already spending it on to investing in ourselves. But we feel that either we're not worth it. Like, I think that's the main thing. Like, you feel that maybe you're something else you're doing, something for your family, something for your business, or whatever else you're spending on, that's more important than investing in yourself. And I think that is the main thing that stops people. And once you're aware of that, you know you need to come to Helena to get rid of that. You know? Yeah.
Oh, but it is so true. Often we put up these barriers and we say, oh, I can't afford that. Or when I reach this level of income, then I'll go for it. Or when I get this client on board, then I'll go for it. And we put all these barriers in place when in fact, if we were going to be really courageous, because it does take courage to make big investments in ourselves. It takes a lot of courage to sit there and say, I'm worth this. I'm worth this amount of money.
Absolutely. And just more practically, Helena offers a payment plan. So it's easy to pay, really. It's not like you're giving a whole big chunk of money, which you totally can. Like, it made it really easy for me to make that investment because I was on a payment plan and I spread out that investment.
Yeah. And so from a practical point of view, yes. And then from a self-belief and self-worth point of view, like really having the courage to say, yes, I can do this for myself and I can find the resources to do it now, because we all have investments that we're like, oh, I got to do that, but maybe we think they're for other people or they're for me at a different stage in my life. Sometimes they are. But most times we're just putting obstacles in the way because we're holding these beliefs which don't really support us. So is there anything else you want to say, Megha?
No, as you were speaking, and I was just thinking more about like why I did this or why people do this, is that, of course, we always prioritize other things over ourselves. It comes to physical health as well, taking care of me time and all of that. So it's an extension of this. But I felt like for me, the fact that this thing that I need to be playing at another level was something that was really eating at me. And that's why, even though I didn't know that I afford this investment, I committed to it. So I think, like, people who are on the fence, ask yourself this question. Like, really, what will happen if you don't commit to investing in yourself? What does that scenario look like? Are you willing to just lead the same life with that unhappiness or that feeling of something's missing? Or you're willing to commit and make an investment and just shift your life. And again, as I said, when it comes to the changes, I'm like, I can tell you, it's been phenomenal. If I had to put a number, it's like 100 times the value I have received from versus what I put in.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful to hear. And I've just seen you go from strength to strength. And I know that there is just so much more to come. I cannot wait. So if anybody's sitting there and thinking, oh my goodness, how can I get hold of Megha? I want to check out what she's doing. How can they connect with you?
There is my website. You can first check out my website. I'm active on LinkedIn. I'm active on Instagram. I have an email, a phone number. Like, I have lots of ways in which you can get in touch with me. And I'm sure Helena will put this up somewhere where it's easily accessible.
Yes, and yes. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. I really appreciate it. And I cannot wait to see how the journey progresses. And like you say, it is a journey for people who think, oh, I'm going to get to the end of a coaching package and everything's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
It's not how life works, because we're a never-ending unraveling. We're like onions. You do one layer and then you're presented with the next layer. And it's always an invitation. Am I ready to do the next layer of work? Am I ready to go deeper? Is this my calling? So really tapping into your desire. And like Megha shared with you, she knows her desire. She's very clued in. She's very clued into her intuition. And she knows that part of her purpose here is to really share her vision and really share her voice and share her gifts with people and grow her impact and create a very lucrative business. That's not the same for everybody. So tap into yourself, see what your vision here is, see what your mission is here, and what your version of success is. And then it's all about letting go, just letting go of the layers and really owning more and more fully the version of you who's always been there, who has always been there, and just really allowing that to shine. So thank you so much for spending time with us today. And I will put Megha's details in the show notes. And thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.